Hello everyone, my name is Ankit Gupta. I am OCFE faculty at Orchids International School. Today we are going to analyze grade 10 science paper which was conducted by CBSE in 2025. This analysis is going to be helpful not only for current grade students to match their answer, but also for grade 9 students who are going to appear in board exam in 2026. For upcoming grade which is going to happen in 2026, they have to plan their preparation from the starting of the year. So we are going to do map sourcing of the questions from where questions are framed by CBSE. So like this is one of the sample of the questions, like 5 marker question is asked from the NCERT, but not a direct question. You can't answer this question if you haven't read the book line by line, if you don't know the information. So like this we are going to analyze all the questions and we are going to do map sourcing of the questions. So stay connected. Let us start with the question number 1. Here question number 1 says, given below structure of hydrocarbon, select 2 structure which are related to each other from the given option. So if you see in the question, so let us see option A, what it says. We can see here it is double bond. So if it is a double bond, so what it is? This is a unsaturated. This all single bond, so what it is? It is a saturated. All bonds are single, so this is also a saturated. Here we can find one double bond, so definitely it is unsaturated. But along with double bond, there is something else. What is this? This is chlorine, which means it is a halocarbon, or you can say chlorocarbon. So if I ask you, which answer you will pick? So obviously unsaturated matching. But haloalkane, it is not a haloalkane. It is a normal unsaturated. So which option are similar? Option second and option third. Option A, wrong answer. Second, fourth, wrong answer. Second, third, answer C. So first question was this, where they were asking simply which 2 are similar. For this you should know, or you must be having knowledge of simple unsaturated, saturated, halocarbon, that type of things. If you know, you can easily answer this type of question. Now let us come to the second question. Second question again, what it is saying? Find out the incorrect. First of all, you must highlight the keywords of the question. Like in this question, what they are asking? They are asking incorrect statement. Incorrect statement, let us read. It is an additional reaction. What they are asking? Hydrogenation of the vegetable oils. I think you must be knowing, like if there is an unsaturated carbon, long chain, and if we do hydrogenation, hydrogenation means we are adding hydrogen to it. So what it converts? It converts into a saturated carbon. Like that is a normal process to convert for vegetable oils. So first, it is an additional reaction. Obviously, hydrogen is added here, so it is a additional reaction. Second part, it takes place in presence of nickel and palladium catalyst. Yes, it always takes place in presence of nickel or PD. Like this reaction we repeat so many times during the classes. It is very much obvious for the students to remember. The product contains only single bonds. Obviously that's what is the reaction for. It converts all double bonds into single bonds. So first 3 options are correct. Should I read fourth option? Without reading also you can say definitely option D is going to be the answer, because one of the option has to be incorrect. If first 3 are correct, so definitely which option is incorrect? Fourth. Let us read that also. It is an additional reaction, absolutely correct statement up to here, which occurs in presence of an acid catalyst. अरे भाई क्या बात कर रहे हो? Acid catalyst. Just now you told it happens in presence of nickel and palladium. So how it can happen in acid? So obviously this second part of the fourth statement is wrong. If you see first part is correct, but second part of the statement is wrong. So let us come to the third question. Question number 3. Question number 3 is saying, which is from the balancing, PQRS. They are asking how you are going to balance. Either you balance it and cross check option, or you can go vice versa. How can you approach the question? Why, I know one thing, that it is Al2O3. Al. How many molecules of aluminium? 2. If aluminium is 2 molecule, do you think option D can be correct or option A can be correct? Never. It is not possible. So option A is gone, option D is gone. Now C and B both are in the list. Which can be correct? So obviously P is going to be 2. If P is 2, then if again you cross check, can I multiply something here? If I multiply, obviously aluminium atoms will change. So I don't want to disturb aluminium right hand side. So obviously R value should be 1. If R value 1 by 2 is 2, correct. R value 1, R value 3, so option C is also wrong. This I approached from the option. I was explaining, that's why it was taking this much time. But if you do the question with your common sense, simply you can balance it and approach the question same way. But cross-checking options in such type of questions help us always. Okay, so 3 questions done. Let us come to the 4th question. Again an MCQ. But this MCQ was purely based on one series. If you remember the reactivity of the metals, you can mark the answer. Otherwise, this is going to be tough for you because in one question they are asking for sub-questions to you. So how are we going to approach the question? Simple, one thing. If you remember the reactivity series which is given in NCERT book, question is nothing. But if you are hesitating or if you have any small doubt in this, then question is not for you. So make sure for upcoming, for whoever are in this grade 9, they should remember the things which are given in NCERT book exactly. See, let us see. Concept is simple. कि high reactivity metal replace low reactive metal. High reactive metal can replace low reactive. So Mg, भैया Mg, okay. Copper is here. So can Mg replace copper? Yes, it can replace. So reaction will be possible. Yes, it is going to be possible. Let us check second option. FePb. Let me check. FePb. Pb. Yes, both are together. Do you think low reactive metal can replace Fe? Can it happen? No. So option B, not possible. Let us check C option. Option C is saying okay, aluminium and calcium. Where is aluminium? Aluminium, calcium. So here aluminium is replacing calcium. Can it happen? No. High reactive metal can replace low reactive. Low reactive can't replace high reactive. So is this option correct? No. Let us go to the next option. Next option. Yes. Here it is saying calcium, zinc. Bhaiya, calcium is this. Zinc is this. So can calcium replace zinc? Yes. Calcium can replace zinc easily. So is the 4th reaction possible? Yes, it is possible. So what is the correct answer? Correct answer is first reaction possible, 4th reaction possible. Option A gone, 3rd gone, 1st and 4th. Again answer is C. If you see, I think first 4 answer, all answers are C. Okay. So this question is done. Let us come to the next question. Question number 5. What question is saying? Question is saying, oh my God, too easy to solve. Let us see. Family of the salts. What is the family? Family means similar type of man, like a family. Family means either positive ion should be similar or negative ion should be similar. Easiest question of the paper. What it is saying? Sodium, calcium, not same. Chloride, sulfate, not same. Let us check next. Sulfate. Arey bhai, all 3 are same. If all 3 are same, what we are going to say? Yes, they belongs to a family. It is a happy family because they have something similar in them. So I think this is easiest question of the paper. If you can use common sense, I think you can solve it easily. Because if you check C option also, even C option is wrong. Nitrate, carbonate, wrong. Sulfate, chloride. Without any knowledge, you can solve with a common sense also. Okay. Now, as you have seen easiest question, let us see something good. Oh, let us see. A wire of length L is stretched so that its length has been increased to 3L. L has been increased to 3L. Its original resistances are, then new resistance would be. Arey bhaiya, simple formula. R equal to rho L upon A. By L ko they have increased 3L. So simply resistance should be 3R. Option A. Correct? Sarasar wrong. Don't mark this. Don't do this mistake. Don't go in hurry. Use science also. What science says? कि भैया science says कि if this is the length, initial length, and you are changing and you are making it 3L. 3L you are making. So what do you think? Its thickness will not change. It will become thin. Thin means its area will decrease. If area will decrease, did you consider area? No. So let us see how we are going to approach. Simple, we know volume initial, volume final is going to be constant. Means area initial, length initial is going to be constant. That means area final, length final is going to be, like both are going to be same. So bhai, we know they have increased length 3 times. So obviously area will decrease 3 times. To keep it constant, initial area final will be 3 times less. So now let us substitute in the final value. R, length has become 3 times more. It has increased. So area will decrease. If area will decrease, can you see net effect? 3 3s are 9. So resistance will become 9 times. So make sure when you see such type of question, you read it carefully. Don't go in hurry and spoil the, like intentionally examiner has given option A. By as the moment you see L to 3L, mark 3R, go to the next question. No. Solve it properly. Okay. So this was our question number, I think 5-6 question we have solved. Let us come to the next question. Question number 12. Question number 12 is saying, which of the following statement is not true? Again, mark the keywords. If is he asking true or is he asking not true? Here he is asking not true. Let us see about the bar magnet. I think this also is a grade 7 or 8 question. In grade 7, 8 only we finish this magnet. Okay. It sets itself in a north-south. Everyone knows. If you make a tie a magnet in a thread and hang it itself, so it will be aligned always north to south direction. It has attractive power to the iron filling. Everyone has played with the iron. It always attract iron. Yes, it is definitely correct. It produce magnetic field lines. Yes, again common sense you can use, and obviously we have read also. So again, bhai, option A correct, option B correct, option C correct. It was asking not correct. So without reading also, I can mark option D is the answer. But let us read what is the wrong in this. The direction of magnetic field line inside the bar magnet is from north to south. Arey bhai, are you kidding with us? We know if it is a bar magnet, north pole, south pole, outside direction is north to south. If outside direction is north to south, how it is going to be inside? Can you see? Inside it is south to north. Even though you can mark the question just after reading ABC option, but you must know the concept as well. Inside it is south to north, outside it is north to south. Okay, I think that's about question number 12. Now let us come to the question number 13. Absolute refractive index of water and glass is given respective. If the speed of glass is given this much, the speed of light in a water is. Slightly missing things are there. Like if you are thinking in the exam hall ki question is wrong, hold down. Let us first solve the question. Question is saying absolute refractive index of water. This is the refractive index of water, and glass is this much. They have given the speed in the glass. They are asking speed of light in the water. Again, like common sense also says, if density or refractive index of a medium will increase, speed will decrease. If density or refractive medium, refractive index of a medium will decrease, speed will increase, because it is just opposite. Let us see. Formula says K N1 V1 equal to N2 V2. Here they have given in terms of glass. Let us write down in the glass. N glass V glass equal to N water V water. V water. Let us see. They are asking what is the speed of light in the water. Speed of light in the water. So VW equals to Ng upon Nw into Vg. What is Ng? Ng is 3 by 2. What is Nw? 4 by 3 multiply by Vg. What is Vg? Vg is 2 into 10 to power 8. Okay, let us calculate it. Simplification, if you will do 3 3 ja 9, 2 4 ja 8. So it will come 9 by 4 into 10 to power 8 meter per second. Bhaiya, we are getting this answer, but none of the option is matching. Is the question wrong or our calculation is wrong? Actually, nothing is wrong. They just have written without this power 10 to power 8. They have not written in the option. So you have to consider that yourself that there is 10 to power 8 in the question. Don't think question is wrong. This question most probably they have done intentionally. They missed the power factor. So what is the option? Option A. Again, don't be confused that question is wrong. Sorry, options are wrong. Obviously, this much speed is not possible. Of speed of light we are talking. So definitely all the options are going to have 10 to power 8. It may be misprinting, but it can't be incomplete. I think question is clear. Yes. Let us go to the next question. Question number 14. Oh, when beam of light passes through the region of very fine dust particles, color of light that scatters the most. Arey bhaiya, light. Why do we see sky blue? Why? Because scattering. Option C, again, like second easiest question of the paper. Very easy option, no need to think much. Let us come to question number 15. Oh, yes, something interesting is here. The strength of magnetic field produced inside current carrying solenoid does not depend, mark the words, does not depend. Option A, area of cross section of tube of solenoid. Do you think it depends on the area? If you have confusion, let me write the formula. Formula says B equal to mu naught Ni, where is N is the number of the turns, I is the amount of current, mu naught is the medium. Let us see, area of the cross sections of the tube of the solenoid. Do you think anywhere there is a term related to area? No. So if there is no area term, so option A has to be wrong. If option A is wrong, let us go to the option B. Number of turns per length, absolutely. We can see option B, it is written direction of the current flowing through the solenoid. This is very problematic. See, if you read the question, they intentionally ask here strength of the magnetic field, but here they are asking direction. So it doesn't depend on the direction. Strength depends on the amount of current, but it doesn't depend on the direction. So option C also wrong. What is happening? Material of the core of the solenoid, obviously mu naught term is there. So here you can see this question is going to be wrong. Actually this question has both options wrong. Either you mark A or you mark C, both options wrong. Either CBSE should leave the question, or I think marks should be given for both the option. But most probably you should choose option A. Again, let me be very clear with the concept. See, direction of magnetic field depends on the direction of current, but strength doesn't depend. Strength depends only and only current. Like if current is in this direction, magnetic field lines will be this way. If current is in this direction, magnetic field will be in this direction. But they here explicitly mention strength. So this question is having both options wrong. Okay, let us come to the next question. Question number 19, which says hydrogen gas is not evolved. Again, this question is also very good question. See, hydrogen gas is not evolved when metal reacts with the nitric acid. You can recall that paragraph from the NCERT book and you can mark. You can see, yes, option A is correct. If A is right, let us see the logic. Nitric acid is strong reducing agent and reduce the hydrogen produced and reaction into the water. Like if you have read it little bit, what you will think? Without processing them into mind, you will think, option R is region R is also correct. But if you read it carefully, see what they have given. It is a reducing agent. But actually nitric acid is a strong oxidizing agent. See, they framed question in such a way that if someone has read it like little bit, just upar se padha, if they have done that thing, definitely they are going to miss the question or they are going to mark wrong answer. So make sure you read it properly. Reducing agent, no bhai, it is oxidizing agent. Oxidizing, and it oxidize into hydrogen into water. If you see this reaction also, do you think addition of oxygen is a reduction? It is a oxidation. Okay. So the beauty of this question was this statement, reducing agent. Like almost everyone knows this thing, but confusion or the pressure of exam hall may lead you to the mistake. So make sure you solve it properly. Okay. Magnetic field lines around a bar magnet never intersect each other. This is another good question from the paper. And there is a debate. There was a debate going on after the exam also. Should we mark A or B? But let us be clear with the concept first. Question is saying magnetic field lines around a bar magnet. See, if you analyze the paper, this is second question on bar magnet. Again, there is one more question. There are 3 questions on the bar magnet. First, let us solve the question. Magnetic field lines around a bar magnet. So, this is our bar magnet. These are the magnetic field line. I have just drawn upside. Obviously, they are going to be downside also. But let us focus on one part. Magnetic field lines produced on a bar magnet is quantity that has both magnitude and direction. Obviously, if one quantity has direction and magnitude both, what does that mean? That means quantity is a vector quantity. If quantity is a vector quantity, if it is a vector quantity, so that means direction matters. If direction matters, do you think at one point 2 magnetic field line can cut each other? Never. If they are cutting, suppose if they are cutting like this, can you see in this point, suppose they are cutting. So if you analyze, if someone tried to analyze this point, at this point there will be 2 directions possible of magnetic field, one this way, one this way, but it is not possible. At each and every unique point, direction of magnetic field is unique. It's not the same. Sorry, at one point it can't be in 2 directions. So option A correct, option R correct, as well as option assertion, reason explains assertion perfectly. Because why don't they cut? Because they have a direction. If they don't have a direction, then they might be cutting, like in some virtual world. We can talk about that. But no, logic is very much clear. Because it is a vector quantity, then only it is not cutting. So option is option A, where A is correct, R is correctly explaining A. So this was the end of our MCQs question. Now we are going to solve short questions. Okay, so now we are going to see. We are going to start with question number 21. List the possible sources of energy required to decomposition of reaction. Illustrate any one with the suitable example. If you see, this is direct question, straightforward question picked from the NCERT book. If you see question sources, so here is the source. They have given directly decomposition reactions, 3 types. In 3 ways this reaction can take place. That's what they ask in first part of the question. Let us first see what is the exact question, and let us see. List the possible sources. So what are the possible sources? First 3 sources are either it may be heat, second, or it may be electricity. What we do, electricity, and third it may be light. First he is asking list the energy required to decomposition. Illustrate any one with a suitable example. You can explain any one of them with a suitable example. So suppose I am taking heat. So for this simplest example is calcium carbonate with calcium oxide plus carbon dioxide. But make sure you don't forget to write their state. If you have some time, make sure you can write calcium carbonate. Okay, now let us come to the C part, where like almost 2 to 3 questions are repeated from B part. We are going to see how questions are repeated. First, let us see what is double displacement and displacement. Again, if you have read it once also, you can clearly tell what is displacement reaction. Where displacement reaction is where high reactive metals will replace, here keyword is replace, they replace low reactive metal, they replace low reactive metal. That is your displacement reaction. Example you can give, anyone example? Suppose I am taking zinc plus copper sulfate gives, here zinc is more reactive than copper. If you can recall, one MCQ already we have solved where this displacement reaction was asked. They have given 4 examples and we solved. The same question is repeated here. This is first question repeated from MCQs. So this is your zinc SO4 plus copper. So copper will be displaced from its solution. Like proper reaction you can give. Here it is solid, here it is liquid. This will be your liquid and this will be your solid, like it will be coming out. Now what is another part? Another part they are asking what is double displacement. So in double displacement reaction, 2 things are important there. What is that? First, this is the exchange of ion. What is it? Exchange of ions. Second thing, whenever there is exchange of ion, there will be a formation of the PPT. Precipitation will be there. So what is the example for this? Again, I am directly taking from NCERT book. Next page I am going to show. It is clearly given, straightforward question. So what is the example? Suppose I am taking Na2SO4 plus BaCl2, barium chloride. Again, so what will happen here will be exchange. Exchange means sodium with Ba, beryllium with sodium. So let me complete the reaction. Reaction says कि भैया Na will be having Cl and your beryllium will be having beryllium, क्या बोला? Beryllium sulfate. But make sure your beryllium sulfate is going to be in the, you write this is your precipitation. Simple question, 3 marker question. In 2 marker you can clearly mention the difference. What is the difference? Exchange of ion. What is the difference? What is the point here which you should highlight? This is replace high reactive metal is replacing low reactive, like high powerful man replace low powerful man. It is an exchange. Exchange means like we are the neighbors. You give me tea, I give you biscuit. You give me biscuit, I give you tea. It's a simple exchange. एक हाथ से दो, दूसरे हाथ से लो. This is your double displacement. This displacement is simple. High power person is replacing your low power. Examples are again fairly easy. If I show you the source of the question, directly from the NCERT book, double displacement, and this is your displacement. I think yes, this I think I have used this example. I used this example, and this is your double displacement reaction. Simple question, straightforward, direct from the NCERT book. Now let us come to the next question. Common salt. भैया first 3 marker repeated from MCQ, second 3 marker repeated from common salt. See, common salt is an important material in various chemicals of daily use. Yes, daily use का very important, because whenever we eat we say mama salt कम है, mama salt ज़्यादा है. So daily use it is really important because daily salt we consume. State in the brief the method of preparation of sodium hydroxide chloralkali method. Each and every year this question we can see in the exam. Sodium hydroxide, sodium hydrogen carbonate. Bhaiya, this question is repeated again. Can you see sodium hydrogen? Bhaiya, we discussed. What we discussed? Yes, baking soda and baking powder. This is another name of baking soda only. So baking soda, there they ask in the difference baking soda versus baking powder. Here they are asking what is the manufacturing of the baking soda. Again, the same thing they have taken from there. Let us see the another part. Then we are going to answer also. Design a experiment to set up the alcohol and glucose contain hydrogen but not categorized an acid. This is again activity based question. Let us first see from where they are asking. Can you see this? This is your chloralkali method. They have asked this reaction, and this is your baking soda. Again, I have just kept the same screenshot, and yes, this is your B part, second part of the, oh sorry, 1 second. Oh, I missed that screenshot, but you can check. This is also direct activity based question where they are asking design an experiment up to demonstrate alcohol. What they will do, you activity is something like this. Take 4 solution, keep into the container and try to pass the electricity. Check whether bulb will glow or not. So in table also, for the table they ask कि भाई in case of alcohol and glucose bulb don't glow. Why don't glow? So simply in 3 marker they ask you to explain that activity in the exam. What can you explain? First you say clearly, take a container, in that container you take these 2 solution in different 2 containers, then dip 2 rods and connect this to the energy source with the bulb. Now can you see, check whether bulb is glowing or not. So we can see bulb is not glowing. Bulb is not glowing. Why? Because there is not ions or not present in. So something like this you can show with the help of diagram also. This is your energy source. This is your energy source, and this you connect with the help of bulb. So you can show okay bulb will not glow. I think fairly easy question, and easily you can grab the marks, because if you will draw the diagram, 3, 4, 5 steps you write and you can get easily marks. Okay, now let us answer the first part. What is the first part? First part says common salt is an input. Okay, sodium hydroxide. So let us write down the directly reaction. What is the reaction? Reaction says कि भैया NaCl plus if you use water, भैया hydrolysis, if you do chloralkali method, what do you think what will happen? NaOH plus 2 gases come out. What is that? They are hydrogen and chlorine. So if I balance it, I have to multiply 2 here. This is your aqueous form. This is your liquid form. This is again comes in aqueous form. This is your gas. This is your gas. I think if you again recall the top 10 question series from done by us, in that also we have discussed this question. Okay, so second they ask sodium hydrogen bicarbonate. Again let us just write down simple reaction. NaCl plus NH3 plus H2O plus CO2 directly give us NaHCO3 plus NH4Cl. I think simple question, directly straightforward question, so you can easily answer it. Okay, so let us come to the question number 28. Again let me repeat. Question number 26 repeated in MCQ. Question number 27 repeated in 2 marker. You see this question again. Wait. I have kept the same question. This experiment I was saying na, कि there is activity. See this experiment I was showing. Directly activity based question. We have already answered, but you can explain this. But my main point is, if you draw the diagrams, examiner will think something is different in this notebook, that is the diagram. So always try to draw the diagram. Let us come to the next question. This is the screenshot taken from the NCERT book. Clearly the bulbs start glowing in case of acid, but you will observe glucose and alcohol solution. By a clear line written in NCERT book, same question is framed in the board exams. Okay, let us come to the next question. Yes, I was showing this is the third question. Can you see? A person has to keep material beyond 25 centimeter. Means he can't read this, he can read that. Can you recall? Yes, we have already solved this question. From I comfortable reading, name the defect. Bhaiya, why are you repeating the same question in same paper? For us it is easy. So make sure you prepare all the topic thoroughly. Don't miss any topic. Like if you miss any topic, it is not that one question you are missing. You are missing 2-3 questions because same questions are repeating. Name the defect. So already we have named it hypermetropia. Second part, he is suffering. List two causes. Already two causes listed. First cause was either eyeball is decreasing, or second was your focus. Your focus capability is delete हो जाए भाई. Yes. Focus capability is decreasing. How we were curing it? What was the correction? Correction was you use a convex lens, but it is a 3 marker. So they thought what to ask extra. Whatever we answered, that we asked already. Convergent. So already we have answered convergent. They are asking labeled diagram. That's all is the extra. Otherwise, ditto as it is question they are asking. So yes. Can you see? This is the label diagram you can draw, which we have already drawn. Again, repeated question. Let us not waste much time on this. Let us go to the next question. This is the 2 marker question. This is the repetition of that question. Okay. Okay. Yes. Again, see. In 3 marker, first question repeated in MCQ, second question repeated, third question repeated, fourth question. Can you believe? Draw a label diagram about the magnetic field for the horizontal whiteboard stationary in the carrying and the conductor passing perpendicular to the center if direction of the current is conductor vertically downward. Okay. First let us see the source. Bhaiya, this is again activity based question. This is overlapping on, but it is magnetic field last chapter, I think second last chapter. Directly activity is given there कि भैया if current is going downward, even they didn't change the direction of the current in the question. If you see the question in question, what is the direction they have given? Vertically downward. Or bhaiya, where it is? See, vertically downward, and the same diagram is given in your NCERT book. So they are not thinking, just they are seeing the book, checking, and they are giving that as a question. So make sure upcoming grade 9 for who are going to appear in grade 10, you are thorough with the grade 10 NCERT book. So vertically downward means something like this. Now they are asking what should be the this is your current. So curl your curl this direction. Fingers are showing the direction of the magnetic field. So this is going to be something like this. Yes, I think this is fairly easy question, straightforward question. But second part they ask what is the right hand thumb rule. So right hand thumb rule is this only, what I just used. If the thumb is kept in the direction of the current, then finger curls shows the direction of the magnetic field. I think again I'll repeat, simple question, direct question, not need much effort. Now let us come to the section D. Here only few questions are asked, but easy questions. Let us see. In the refractive light through the rectangular prism. Actually, in this question I want to show you something. This is 5 marker question. If you see, framing of the question is directly from the NCERT book. See, this is screenshot taken from NCERT book. Read. Why does it happens? The same statement they kept in the form of question. See here. What happens when light ray incident normally on the refractive of 2 medium? If light ray comes straight forward, what happens? They asked you to think in the class, and the same they asked in the exam hall. So if you see this, see the question. Now focus on the question. If refractive through the rectangular prism glass, emergent ray is always parallel. That's what they have given in the NCERT book. What is the statement? This is your rectangular glass. So if this is your incident ray, I draw a normal here. This will come something like this. So again I will draw a normal. So after this it will go out. So what it is asking? It is asking why these 2 rays are parallel. These incident ray and emergent ray are parallel. Actually the same thing they have explained in the textbook, but answer fairly you can. Main thing is the diagram. You draw the diagram, then you can explain कि भैया there are 2 refraction taking place. Whatever refraction is here, thus that effect is neglected or just reversed by the second refraction, because here ray is going from air to glass and again it is going glass to air. If you mention like this कि भैया there are two refraction taking place, first ray is going air to glass, then glass to air, so effect whatever was the diversion in the ray, that has been reversed, and obviously so first ray and your incident ray and emergent rays are parallel to each other. And second part in this question only they ask कि भैया if your glass slab is this, if this is coming straight forward, so I know I equal to 0, R equal to 0, I equal to 0, R equal to 0, there will be no deviation, so it will cross it comfortably. Let me show you again this. This is like you should keep it in your head कि भैया they can ask the question from anywhere, line to line. You should know, you must know कि what is the meaning. See, whatever question they are asking, what happens when light rays incident normally on the interface to medium, try and find out. It is like they are leaking the paper in advance. Whatever they have given in NCERT book, the same they are going to ask in your exam hall. So let us answer the second part of the question. I think I had kept this in another slide. Yes. Question is this. An object is placed distance of 30 centimeter optical center of concave lens. Cave means this. Now it is a lens, so I will draw a lens. A rough diagram is required because exactly they are not asking a ray diagram here. So what they are, distance of 30 centimeter means from here there is an object at 30 centimeter. I think you know very well कि भैया if I come this side, if I go upside it is positive, if I come this side it is positive, but if I go opposite to it, this side negative, this side negative. So this is minus 30. Now second statement, concave lens focal length is 20. This is your focal length. This is 20. Am I going to write it positive? Never, because if this is in this direction, as we can see sign convention, normal sign convention which you learn in grade 6, 7, 8, Cartesian system, the same if you follow. Don't make it too complicated. When to keep positive, when to keep negative. Bhaiya, if I will go left side, it is negative. If I'll go right side, it is positive. That's all. Okay. They are asking determine the position of the image. So use the formula and determine the position of the image. First, let me show. Question is simple. Lens formula they have given and directly they ask question. Again, if you solve the NCERT book question, they are much tough, like the level of toughness is much higher than this what they ask. In the exam they are directly giving you values. They are saying कि u equal to minus 30, f equal to minus 20. Formula we know, 1f equal to 1 upon v minus 1 upon u. What did they ask? They are asking 1 upon v. So means 1 upon u will come this side. 1 upon v equal to 1 upon f plus 1 upon u. Let me put the values. 1 upon f. F is minus 30. Arey bhaiya, don't do this mistake. This is in centimeter. Sorry. This is in centimeter. Don't forget to write down the unit. Minus 130. This was plus, sorry, plus 1 upon minus 20. I think now it's a fairly easy question because we can do a simple calculation is given, not much tough. LCM will be 60. To make it 60, we will multiply with 2. To make it 60, we will multiply by 3. So minus 3 minus 2 minus 5 by 60. I think 1 upon v. If you reverse it, so 12. So v equal to minus 12 centimeter. Minus 12 centimeter means left or right? Obviously left side. Simple question, but make sure you take care of two things. Simple Cartesian system. This side it is minus, this side it is plus. Don't make it too complicated. Okay. So this was first part, sorry, second part of the question. Now let us come to the next question. What it's saying? A student wish, oh sorry, we have already answered this. No. Okay. A student wishes to study the image formation by concave mirror. This time see, last time they asked concave lens, but this time they are asking concave mirror. What they are saying? कि candle flame state the type of the image formed by the mirror. भैया concave mirror, I think we know, you must be knowing कि when concave mirror, when object is coming towards the center, if object is coming towards the center, image is going away, image is going, see, if object is coming this way, image is going this way. If I ask you reverse, do it reverse, कि भैया object is coming this way, this is your object, if this is your object, so where should image go? Obviously image should come close. This again question was not a straightforward question, a simple, but it was a little bit just easier observation. Easier observation says कि भाई if I come close to object, mirror, image go away. So they reversed it. Reverse means they are saying कि if object is going away, so image is coming close. Nature is simple. Let me write down the answer. First, image is coming closer. Second, nature of image is, it is erect and real image. That's all. If you mark these three keywords, that's what they were looking for. Let me show you the source of the question. Yes, source of question is directly this screenshot. See, here you can see image is coming close, image is coming close, object is coming close, image is going away. In exam they reversed it again. Let me repeat, what was the nature of the question? Little bit observation is required. It is not कि भाई directly they are asking you to make Maggi, they are asking you to make halwa, not biryani. Biryani means they are not asking you to have very high skills. Simple observation skill if you have, you can make it easily. Okay, so let us read the second part as well. I think second part, yes, second part says a convex mirror, rear mirror in automobile has a focal length of 3 meter. So भैया focal length is 3 meter. If I draw a rough diagram, so this side, so it is going to be negative, rear mirror na? Yes. Sorry, convex. Let me correct it. Convex means your mirror is this, not cave, convex. So focal length is going to be this side, object is going to be this side. So what it is giving? कि focal length is 3 meter. Focal length is 3 meter means object is this side. If object is your right side, if I stand, right side is positive, left side is negative. So this is going to be positive. Second information, कि object is placed at 6 meter away. 6 meter away. So means u equal to 6 meter. So object is somewhere here. So means mirror से, from the mirror I am going left. Left means negative. So negative means this. So I think both the given values are clear from the question. Let us just put the formula now. Formula says 1 upon f equal to 1 upon v plus 1 upon u. So 1 upon v equal to 1 upon f minus 1 upon u. Simply I just shifted 1 upon u this side. So 1 upon f, f means 3, minus, 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 minus. So minus, minus, plus. So 1 upon 3 plus 1 upon 6. If I take LCM, LCM is 6. So 2 plus 1. So 2 plus 1, if I writing this side, 3 upon 6. 3 upon 6 means 2. That means v equal to 2. Is it plus or minus? Arey bhaiya, it is plus. Plus means should I go right or should I go left? I should go right. So image is going to be somewhere here. And we know this thing, कि in case of convex mirror, all this image, nature of image is, can you see? Yes. Nature of image is always virtual. Again, easy questions, because if you solve the questions from NCERT book, where they are asking about magnifying power also, they are mixing both magnifying power with the V, U, F, and here they are asking halwa questions. So I'll say fairly easy questions and straightforward. Okay, another eye-opening question. How it is eye-opening question? See, if you don't read NCERT book thoroughly. Thoroughly means line by line. You must know which metal is where. You can't answer this question. This is going to be too confusing for you if you don't read NCERT book line by line. You see the beauty. See, they ask for 5 marker question, they ask 4 subparts, then second part, then third part. And they are asking just from one para. See, does not you, they have given the list of the metals, they are asking which one will do what. Does not react with oxygen. कि भैया ऐसी metal बताओ which is not reacting with oxygen. Then they are asking which is reacting but making black film, which is not reacting. Bhai, catch fire easily, does not burn oxygen. You see, I have highlighted all the parts. See the how did they ask? First they ask कि which catch fire. From here what they ask? But hot metal. Silver and gold also directly they ask. Protective layer also they ask. In 4 subparts they are checking your full depth of the like have you read it properly or just you are coming here by ऊपर से पढ़ के हाँ my NCERT is done. No. Okay, let us answer the questions first. Does not react with oxygen even at high temperature. Read it. Clearly it told silver and gold do not react with oxygen at even high temperature. Directly from NCERT book, they picked the lines and they kept as a question. So what is the answer? I think silver. From this para only silver, but actually there is a gold as well. Okay, second part. React with oxygen at ordinary temperature and forms a protective layer, protective oxides. भैया कहाँ है protective oxide? See, protective oxides layer prevents metals. So what are these metals? Yes, aluminium, zinc, lead, etc. are covered with a thin layer of oxide. Thin layer of oxide, the protective layer. So I think from option aluminium, zinc, lead. What is there? Aluminium is there. That's all. So answer is aluminium, but actually answer other options are zinc and other metals which show the same effect. They are zinc and lead as well. Okay. Now third part, catch fire when kept in open. Again this question is many times repeated in the exam, like they ask okay, why do we need to keep sodium and potassium in the kerosene. Like that also they can ask the question. Here they have asked which can catch fire, which catch fire. They are potassium and metals such as potassium and sodium. So answer is potassium. Sodium is given? No, only potassium. But if they ask, it can be sodium as well. That also shows the same effect. Does not burn in oxygen, but the metal is coated with black colored layer. Black colored layer. So where it is? But the hot metal is black covered layer. What is this metal? This metal is a copper metal. Again, I'll repeat. This question is eye-opening question. Why? Because it is asking you to read in depth, not just ऊपर ऊपर से पढ़ के मेरा हो गया, ऐसे नहीं होगा. Okay. So let us come to the next question. Sorry, for the subparts are there. What is the amphoteric oxides which helps in the chemical? With the help of balanced chemical reaction, show the aluminium oxide, amphoteric oxide. Write the what are the alkalis. Give the example. If you turn one page back from the NCERT, both the informations are given in the your textbook. Let me answer from here only directly. What are amphoteric? Amphoteric oxides are the oxides which can react with acid as well as base. Example is clearly given. Both reaction you must write with in a balanced form. Again, what are the alkalis? Some few oxides dissolved in water, few not. Directly you can just write down the answer from here. Second part was direct, straightforward. Second and third part of the question, they are straightforward. They are straightforward. But this part is checking your depth. Okay. So let me go to next. Next question is, yes. Again, this part is easy, straightforward question they ask. What they are asking, with the help of balanced chemical equation, state the process of enacting mercury from the cold cinnabar and copper from the sulfide. Direct, straightforward question. You can see from here, they are asking this part as your answer. Okay, first you give this reaction, then you give this reaction. Here again you give this reaction, you give this reaction. They are asking simple or straightforward questions, I should say. But second part, let us answer. Second part says, कि silver and copper articles slowly lose surface. This was again straightforward but a little bit like analytical. Let us see answer. What is the answer? For silver they are asking silver sulfide. For copper they are asking copper carbonate. This was like again line to line. If you have read, if you know proper words, then only you can mark the answer. So it was silver sulfide and copper carbonate. Second part is good one. First part is fairly easy. Like second part, because it needs, you have to tell it is silver sulfide, not silver oxide. Like generally what we remember, कि metal is corrosion. Corrosion means it is reacting with oxygen. Iron oxide. So should I mark silver oxide? No. You must know properly. It is silver sulfide, copper carbonate. Okay, now let us see question number 37. What it is saying? A and B are two salts used for washing purpose. Both are used for washing purpose. Salt A is used for bathing, means salt A is mild detergent. See, both are detergent actually, but soap A is mild. I know one point till now, salt A is mild detergent, but salt B is something maybe harsh. We should not say harsh, like it may be a washing soda, because we have only read only that in the NCERT, or it may be some other salt. I am not confirming that it is only washing soda. It may be some salt like it, some salt like washing soda, because they didn't confirm in the question, so we are not also predicting like that. But let us read the options. Rainwater solution A, rainwater solution B, tubewell water solution A, tubewell water solution B. Are you recalling something? Bhaiya, same this question has been picked from the activity 4.11, activity 4.12, because this tubewell water, rainwater, this they have given clearly in the NCERT book, stating that कि भैया distilled water, or I can say rainwater. See, 10 ml hard water or tubewell water. Directly question is picked from here. What? Let us first read. Soap solution add करते हैं. Shake both the tube equal time. In which test tube you get more foam? See, here they are giving in which you are getting more foam. In question what they are asking? See. In question they are asking in which one of the 4 test tubes of the foam formed is minimum. In textbook they have given maximum. There in exam they are asking minimum. So yeah, it is going to be opposite of that. Second thing, take 2 test tubes, about 10 ml of hard water in each. 5 drops of soap solution one, 5 drop of detergent solution of other. See, one is soap, one is detergent. Actually both are used for washing purpose. But soap is a mild, but this detergent is a harsh. Shake both test tube. Do both test tubes have same amount of foam? No. In which test tube is a curly solid foam? Let us just now answer the question. See, first, in which of the 4 test tube it is minimum? I think it is option B, tube well with solution B. Easy question, easy. Differentiate between salt A and B. Salt A and B we have already differentiate. कि भैया salt A is your mild detergent. Salt B is your either it is washing soda or maybe some other salt. If you can mention in the exam, this will be very good. Like, because they didn't confirm it is a washing soda. Okay. So first part is done of the question. Let us go to the B part of the question. What are the esters? Easy question, like straightforward as they ask. What happens when an ester reacts with the alkali, say sodium hydroxide? But question is directly taken from the NCERT book. Can you see? See, they have given what are the esters? Esters are the sweet smelling substances. So first answer done. What are the esters? Esters are the sweet smelling. Sweet smelling, what you use as a perfume. In perfume manufacturing it is used. Second they ask, okay, what is the reaction? So reaction is simple. What is the reaction? Okay, if you react CH3COO C2H5 with NaOH, what will happen? One will take Na and one will take OH. So how is the compound is going to look? C2H5OH plus CH3COO Na. And if You can recall something from the class discussion. This is used in the manufacturing of the soap. So something we are making as a soap product. So that's why this reaction is also known as soaponification. Have they given? Yes. This reaction is also known as saponification. So B part is easy because it is directly, nothing much tough in this. Okay. C part के second part में they are asking what is the cause of the hardness of the water. Cause of the hardness of the water is the presence of the salts in it. Sometimes it is observed while bathing, foam formed, difficulty in insoluble substance formed. Name the substance. So what are the substance? They are scum. Why they are formed? Because calcium or magnesium salts which are present in the hard water, they react with the soap and further they make the salts. Due to these salts, this salt is nothing, this is your scum. Like if I show you, yes, directly from activity 4.1 that they have repeated there, that's all. Okay, like this we reach to the last part of the, yes, this also I wanted to show you. See how they have framed the question, the same question which I just discussed right now. Everything is given in your NCERT book line to line and the same they framed in the question. Let us come to the last part of the question. This question again, like as I told, one question was based on your analytical skills. Even this question is based on your analytical skills, like not a straightforward questions which you can see in that NCERT book, but if you have solved the questions which are in NCERT book, then you can solve it definitely. That can, I can say 110% surely. Okay, what is the question? Question is saying, this is a big like longer question, so it is on 2 slides. First let us read question. What question is saying? As shown in the diagram, the electric circuit consists of ammeter. Obviously I can see in the circuit there is a ammeter. Voltmeter, 4 cells of 1.5 each. So make sure you don't miss this data. 4 cells of 1.5 each. So 2 cells 3 volt, 3 cells 4.5 volt, 4 cell 6 volt. So what is the total voltage which the circuit is carrying? That is the 6 volt. Okay. Plug key with the gap of XY. Can I see? Yes. Okay. So this is the gap. Is set up. Voltmeter and ammeter reading were recorded on the observation of the table from arrangement. What is the arrangement one? Only register R1 in the gap. So there are 4 possibilities which they are saying. Okay, either we are using R1 or we are using only R2, or in series we are using both R1, R2, or in parallel. So means these are the 4 possible combinations which they are saying. I think like let me just revise the concept first. So concept states that bhai, whenever there are resistance are connected in the series, so what they will have common? They will have a constant current. Voltage will be distributed. Voltage will be distributed V1. Sorry, let me change the color. Okay, so yes, voltage will be V1, V2, but current is going to be I. Whereas in case of parallel, what will be the phenomena? Phenomena will be here, current will be I1, I2, but voltage is going to be V only. That's simply, if we directly I tell you, in parallel voltage is constant, in series current is constant. Let us read the questions now. This was the given case. Now let us read the question. Question is saying कि भैया this graph again is given in the your question itself. Which one graph represent series combination? देखो, let me tell you, series combination means I think it won't be visible. Okay, series combination means R1 plus R2. That means resistance is increasing. If resistance is increasing, we know R equal to V upon I. If resistance is increasing, what will happen to V upon I? That will also increase. But if you see carefully, that's why I am saying this is another good question, or I can say second best question from the paper, because graph is given between I and V. But what we read in general science, we read V upon I. That means graph is reverse given. So if V upon I is increasing, can you tell me what will happen to the I upon V? Bhaiya, V upon I is increasing, so I upon V will decrease. That means for when series connection is there, when resistance is I upon V should be minimum. So answer is A. Again, let me repeat the question. See, when there is R1, when there is R2, that is one possibility. But game is in between series and parallel. In series, the resistance is increasing. In parallel, resistance is decreasing. I think that much you must be remembering. Okay, in series, R is increasing. If R is increasing means V upon I is increasing. If V upon I is increasing, what will happen to I upon V? I upon V is decreasing, or you can say I upon V is minimum. So I upon V means slope of the graph. Slope of this graph, what is that slope? This is I upon V. Don't make mistake कि by directly I compare V upon I. So answer for this is A. Which of these represent the parallel combination? If A is this, so I think this should be your parallel. Again, like if you are grade 9, if you are not able to understand right now, watch it again. Concept is simple. What concept says? Let me write here. Concept says कि slope of a graph is, इसका slope है I upon V. What is the slope of this graph? I upon V, which is inverse of a resistance. Actually, they have given 1 upon R. So that's why they have played here. Let me show the last part of the question. Yes, this is easy. This part was easy. What it is showing? Show an arrangement 3 resistors, each resistors 10 ohm, so that the combination is 15 ohm. कि भैया you are given with 3 resistors 10 ohm, 10 ohm, 10 ohm. Now you have to give me resultant 15 ohm. What should be the combination? Like again, common sense you use. If I connect in series, what it is going to be? It is going to give 30 ampere. That doesn't make any sense. So what we have to do? If I use all 3 in parallel, so it will give 10 by 3. Again, that doesn't make any sense. So what I should do? I should use 1 in series and 2 in parallel. If you use this combination, you complete the circuit, then it will be your perfect. Why? So this is your 10, 10. Let me calculate your equivalent. 1 upon R equal to 1 upon R1 plus 1 upon R2, 1 upon 10 plus 1 upon 10, because both are in 10. So 1 upon R equal to 2 upon 10. That means R equal to 5. Means this is eventually giving 5 ohm, and 5 ohm plus 10 ohm is 15 ohm. That's what there I justify your answer, because in parallel it will decrease, in series it will increase. That's your justification. Okay, let us see now second part, which was in OR. What I saying? A battery of 6 volt is connected in the series combination of 5 cells. So 5 resistance are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 resistance. One is 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5. What is the battery? Battery is 6 volt. 6 volt. 5 resistance they have given. I think fairly easy. I can calculate what is R equivalent. R equivalent will be R equivalent equal to R1 plus R2 plus R3 plus R4 plus R5. So 0.1, 0.2, 3, 6, 10, 1.5 ohm. Okay, 1.5 ohm. This is your equivalent resistance. Now they have clearly given the voltage as well. What would be the flow through the 0.3? We have already seen if there is a current I, how much current here will be? I, okay, not so. Okay. So I current is going to flow throughout the day. What is the formula? I equal to V upon R. Ohm's law says the simple thing. What is the V? V is 6 volt. What is R? R is 1.5. 1.5 ohm. So if you cancel, it comes 4 ampere. So what is the current? I equal to 4, I equal to 4, I equal to 4. So how much is flowing in this? That is 4 ampere current. So that's what about the question was. They were asking simply what was the current. Again, this last part of the question was easy. So if you summarize, make sure who are going to appear in next year, they do NCERT thoroughly, and it is not that you are just reading once, each and every line you must be knowing. All the very best.